It's about President Gotabaya, Rajapaksa's program in promoting coconut cultivation, which I have highlighted previously at the time of Express Pearl ship disaster, as to why the compensation only come to the fishing community and not why not to the the Roman Catholic coconut estates in the coastal belt, since most of the Sri Lanka's coconut production happens in this Roman Catholic coastal belt from this above the Colombo North, Colombo 15 Mattakuri up to around the coastal areas up to Chilau, Putlam, those areas. So I have, after this incident, because everybody was concerned about the fishing community, which of course is an immoral activity according to Gautama Buddha's teaching, since it hinders the brain cell 100% development, the mind perfection, the cognition process perfection, and also development, cell development. So now here the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa Dorindorata Kapruka National Program to plant 4 million coconut saplings and appears on Sri Lankan, America's Central Intelligence Agency's news website on Sri Lanka, which is colombopage.com. It goes as lankapage.com as well, which is owned by an American Sri Lankan entrepreneur in USA rather. So here, in this initiative, the president has visited Chilau plantation in Bujjampula Dankotua, the Valikatia estate. Okay, so here he had he had said this program is expected to increase annual coconut harvest from 2,800 million nuts to 3,600 coconut nuts, according to President's media division headed by Sirasa journalist. So here, to achieve this goal, the Ministry of Plantation, the State Ministry of Coconut, Kitul, Palmyra, Rubber Production Promotion, Allied Industries, Production and Export Diversification and Coconut Cultivation Board are jointly organizing door-to-door, Kapruka National Program to plant 4 million coconut saplings island-wide. Well, this is also called in Sinhala Dorindorata, this program. Door-to-door means Dorindorata in Sinhala. So now the thing is, the planting of 4 million coconut saplings island-wide doesn't make any sense, because Dorindorata means from house to house. President wants to distribute this, 4 million coconut sampling or small plants to grow coconut. So even if you have a coconut tree in your garden, can you get the harvest as in any other vegetable or fruits like mango, papaya, curry leaves? You can always take any time the harvest, right? It's always there in Sri Lanka. But coconut, you can't pluck coconut like that. After coconut, you bring it down. Again, you had to wait till another several weeks, months even, to get another coconut down. So until that time, you can't have existing stock to continue your life using coconut for your curries and vegetables. Because even in a small house garden in Sri Lanka, you cannot have more than one coconut tree. And even if you have a coconut tree in the garden, there's a problem. The coconut might fall on the head of the children, on the people on the garden, and then damage the skull and brain and the mind and the cognition, and that person may become, either affected or die as a result. That is why most of the houses and gardens in Sri Lanka, they have removed these coconut, trees, because of the risk of coconut, nuts falling on the skull and killing people and injuring the brain, mind, and the, it's like a fear. Anyone can fear. If there are a coconut tree, this coconut nut might come on my head and damage my brain, mind, and cognition process. As a result, somebody may not focus properly on the brain, mind, and not, cognition process. This is like a socio-psycho operation to destabilize the clear thinking of the Sri Lankan Buddhist people, Sinhala people. Now here, the problem is, distributing the coconut samplings to homes won't make any sense. And also what I say can be substantial, because the Jude Pereira, a Roman Catholic Sinhala person, chairman of the Chilau Plantation Company, handed over the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to credit to the General Treasury 10 million rupees earned by his company in 2020. Then the thing is, the donations by Mr. Jude Pereira, a Roman Catholic entrepreneur, a single entrepreneur, can be given, but that must be given to the President's fund, not to the General Secretary. General Secretary consolidated funds are coming only through the taxpayers' money. So taxpayers' money means a legal fund, right? Consolidated fund. Treasury funds, can't collect donations from Roman Catholic people like Jude Pera. This goes against the sovereignty of our country. And also, this Minister Ramesh Patirana, State Minister Arundhika Fernando, Sanath Nishanta, Priyanka Rajaratna, MPs Ashok Priyanta, Chintaka Maya Dune, Secretary to Ministries, and everyone was present here. So, these type of things are totally not acceptable. This indicates, this coconut, must be left to the Roman Catholic Sinhala community to do it in their estates. Whatever the coconut samplings the president wants to distribute, let it be to them and give them the fertilizer. Chemical fertilizer is needed to grow coconut. Without the chemical fertilizer, the Sinhala Buddhist vegetable farmers also get affected because their output decreases. In that case, we have to depend on vegetable exports then. In case of a quick, sudden drop in the vegetable harvest. Similarly, the coconut harvest can also go down if there are no chemical fertilizer at this moment. So there has to be a solution to these problems. And this initiative through the Roman Catholic Church backed President Gotabaya to make Sri Lanka a Christian country in the pretext of current foreign exchange crisis driven by the IM, International Monetary Fund, and the current discussion to declare Central Bank of Sri Lanka as bankrupt, and then go to China, because China, the Roman Catholic Church of China has 250 million members, which is more than the Chinese Communist Party members. So China is initially under evangelist. China's civilization had been promoted, and then now they convert into Roman Catholic religion, and then during this period only the China gave loans to Sri Lanka, right? So China did this to get economic money, wealth, prosperity, disregarding their culture, traditions, right? Same thing happens in Sri Lanka through this Roman Catholic Church of Vatican and Roman Catholic Church of Sri Lanka members who think only about the money and immoral sex activities and harming others just for their very wicked satisfaction they derive, like animal catching the prey and killing an animal dog having sexual intercourse with his own siblings, right? Like that cruel satisfaction, and then make Sri Lanka like destabilize and attacking our financial system, everything, in order to get the Roman Catholic influence in the pretext that we are making our country economically development without thinking about the national heritage or the requirements. Economic development, according to the Gautama Buddha's teaching, comes through genuine truthful commitment, not based on the concept there is a big creator God in Christian God or Islam God or Judaism God or Hindu God who decides the allocation of resources to others' wealth. If you become their followers, believers, not based on that, that's not going to be sustainable or durable. It was actually the truthful commitment, as the America did, the digital economy through the internet. Even though it had certain unethical activity, the intelligent people in Sri Lanka followed it and made use of it to enhance their lives while not converting to Christianity. So similarly, the truthful commitment only creates genuine, truthful financial, economic growth and assets, and not based on the belief there's a creator God who allocate wealth from America, Europe, UK, Japan, now China, and also Australia, New Zealand, and Indo-Pacific region, which are all Christian systems. Because if you do like that, it's similar to the feudal system that existed in Sri Lanka a long time ago. The feudal families in certain towns, they got others to come and work for them as slaves. And they said, if you are loyal to us as slaves, we will give you job, money, and they work. Ultimately, that system collapsed because those workers they got education and they deviated from offering services to this feudal system of allocation of wealth. Like today, the Roman Catholic Christian Church through UK, US, EU, Indo-Pacific region, and Japan, New Zealand, Australia, and partly China and India try to allocate by getting others as slavery members of the Christian churches, various denominations. Whatever it is, all churches, whether it's Anglican Church of UK, whether it's Roman Catholic Church of Vatican, whether it's Baptist Church, whether it's Calvary Church, whether it's Methodist Church, okay, whether it's Evangelist Church, okay, all these churches, they all follow the same Christian agenda by splitting their churches to different way and highlighting they are different from others. That is the strategy they do, like a strategy of splitting strategy to mislead, splitting strategy, like a new strategy. So this had been there for a while. So, but this is similar to the federal system of allocation of wealth by force, right? It's not like that. The allocation of wealth and economic and the financial real asset growth comes for individual through, through if the government commits truthfully, genuinely to develop the people as more caring approach. Like I suggested to doctors who think about their patient and who from where to get the prescription using the online techniques, they can easily say go to this pharmacy and buy it. That caring approach cures the mind of the brain development of cognition of the patient, and not like getting the patient to come as a slave. Okay, this is the prescription, okay, you go and take another 1 minute, another patient, another 1 minute, another patient. So consultancy time is only 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. That way it becomes a slavery type of people who go behind these doctors, and the slave master doctor give a service. So that system collapsed during the COVID-19 pandemic. Delta variant, lambda variant, or future theta variant, or sigma variant, or all Greek alphabet variants. Even if you pray in any type of, whether it's Roman Catholic or Anglican Christian or Calvary or Baptist or Evangelist or, Methodist Church, if you pray, Islamic Sunni Shia Church, Hindu versions church, synagogues of Judaism, can you stop the virus? You can't. You cannot stop the virus, no? Please pray and stop it there, if there's a creator God. Rather than giving money, destabilizing the country, the banking system, central bank, and then try to make slaves, and then give the money, try to resolve the main issue, the pandemic first. That is the main thing, because if the, Mr. Basil Rajapaksa wants to open up the economy, well, before money, economy, think about the pandemic first. Pray and first stop. If your sister-in-laws like Chiranti Rajapaksa is Roman Catholic, follow then at least the sister-in-laws and pray, and then stop this pandemic if you can, rather than talking about economic financial gains during the pandemic period. What is the point in doing that? Because the pandemic is the main issue here, not the economic growth for the people. Now the priority has shifted from economic financial assets to pandemic now, because no one like to risk their children and send them to school when the wealthy Roman Catholic children have a different education, biased education, where they get the papers and pass the O-level, A-levels. More main priority is human life, the pandemic. So please pray and try to stop if you can. You cannot do that, because there is no creator God. There is no creator God of Brahma, Shiva or Vishnu or I can't remember the other Hindu god, whoever, or the Islam Allah, who can stop the pandemic. No? So it's proven there's no creator God. Who there are gods, but they cannot create the universes. Neither they can sustain decide the future. It's we as the humans who decide about it, right? So this wrong thinking resulted in this situation. Don't shift to economic growth now, when as Mr. Basil Rajapaksa, the new finance minister, says, because priority is the pandemic, not the economic.